In today's video, we'll be getting to the bottom of how the narcissist's lies will never end, even if you expose them. Welcome to another episode. Narcissistic people are well known for their tendency to take advantage of others and to cause them harm without feeling any guilt or remorse. Unbelievably, these people are still free to roam the streets even after what they've done, saying nothing but "I'm sorry." Is there no remorse in their hearts? Is it conceivable that they have no idea that they're wrong? Okay, first, narcissists are aware of the suffering they wreak on their victims, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I say unfortunate because hurting you is not necessarily their goal. It's just that they have to do it to get something that they want. So if it's someone else, they'd still do the same. The problem is not with you. Their lack of empathy means they can't relate to your feelings. Because they lack empathy, they're unable to relate to everyone. As a result, narcissists are unable to accept that their behaviors are ethically wrong or it's hurting others. They hurt you for no reason other than the fact that you're in their path. To begin, other than their tendency to place blame on others, how do they respond to situations in which there is proof, but no one to blame? Narcissists have no remorse, and that is undeniable. They don't appear to be apologizing to. There are several ways in which they might demonstrate this. They can either continue as before, downplay the seriousness of the situation, or simply walk away to avoid humiliation. Before we continue, for those of you who have taken the time to watch this video to this point, I would want to take a moment to welcome you and thank you for your attention. And if you want to be sure you don't miss any new videos in the future, please subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell. Let's keep going. The topic today is, narcissists will not apologize for anything that they have done, and they will do everything they can to minimize the harm that has been done as a result of whatever mistakes they may have made. Narcissists are incapable of feeling or expressing true regret or remorse, much less repenting of their errors or wrongdoings. Every negative charge is seen as a chance to exploit, because they're always attempting to excuse their behavior. In their minds, it's all about justifying their actions and sayings, as if the people to whom they did or said anything was deserving of their actions or statements. Simply put, they do a harsh thing to you because you deserve it. That's what they think. They may believe they're in danger or that another person is a threat when none of these things are true, because of their tendency to be paranoid. They can, however, use this to explain their animosity toward others, or the efforts they've made to diminish or remove the threat. Secondly, the tendency to minimize the impact of their own misconduct is another defining characteristic of narcissists. Instead of admitting that their words and behavior are harsh, they make it like the other party is the one who is too sensitive. It's possible that they were joking when they said things like "you need to loosen up," or something along those lines. In the eyes of the narcissists, believing what they tell you validates their position, which is that you are the problem. Narcissists, for example, may tell you these things to trick you, and you may fall for it. They plan to bury the victims as a final act of revenge. Thirdly, the narcissist also hopes that you'll assume that the narcissist is just forgetful and hence are unable to recall certain incidents, particularly those that point to their mistake. They're trying to get rid of the main issue and focusing more on what others have done to them. When narcissists are offended or disturbed, they choose to hold on to their resentment for the remainder of their lives rather than forgiving or forgetting. On the other hand, they'd want to forget about the crime they did right away, and may even make up stories to convince themselves that they were the one who was wronged. Because they have distorted or buried their memories so deeply, narcissists may never appear to be able to recollect events in the past in the exact order in which they occurred. Narcissists employ these three techniques to cope with the consequences of their actions or allegations. In order to rationalize their acts, they'll try to diminish the significance of it, or they'll simply disregard them. Because they refuse to accept responsibility for their actions, they instead point the finger of blame at others. Despite their deeds, they refuse to take responsibility for them. In the wake of the disaster, They're more than willing to concede that someone else was to fault. Their deeds have no impact on them, and they have no regret. They may pretend to be sorry and offer you bogus apologies, but what they mean is that they don't care. If you think this is the case, the narcissist will be delighted to have you stop bringing it up, because he or she despises having their shortcomings brought to light. In the face of one, we must ensure that they are held accountable, since they will never stop making excuses. Never let narcissistic people get away with minimizing or explaining the pain they have inflicted on you. All that is required is some tangible proof. In order to avoid more harm, narcissists try to shun others who insist on doing things their way. If you've been harmed by a narcissist, don't anticipate an apology, because they never will. It will only hurt you more. Narcissists think they can get away with anything because they are so self-absorbed with themselves. They justify all their actions using their logic. They feel that they have the right to do and say whatever they want without fear of repercussions. This, however, will be the only subject we cover today. When dealing with narcissists, please share your stories of dealing with someone who tried to defend or excuse their poor behavior in the comments section below. I appreciate your thoughtfulness as always. Please join this channel and turn on the notification bell icon for future notifications of new videos on this channel. Sincerely, thank you for your attention. Your presence is much appreciated.